Kirk Cousins, Trey Hendrickson, and Jalen Ramsey. And so here are my thoughts after reading that article on where they potentially might go. With Trey Hendrickson, this situation, just because we've seen it publicly and we've read articles and we've seen videos where we can kind of gauge it a little closer, I do have a scenario on where he might go. And where he goes is probably to a top five defense, plain and simple. Like, I think the reason why we've even gotten in this situation is because in the offseason, we know Cincinnati decided to pay their receivers and their offense. Pay Joe Burrow, pay T. Higgins, pay Jamar Chase. Great. Now, Hubbard, who's your captain on the defense, decides to retire. And then we got Trey Hendrickson with trade talks looming. They don't sign an extension. They don't meet him at market value. Market value, I think, is the word I'm trying to look for. Because it's going to happen with the Steelers, too, with TJ Watt. Trey Hendrickson was the sacks leader last season. Did he win the Defensive Player of the Year? No, I believe it went to Patrick Surtain, which, I mean, he was a pretty shutdown corner. Pretty good shutdown corner, so there's that. But we have seen the market on defensive guys, and with his productivity, like, I think he deserves the money. And I think the stats and the dominance speaks for itself. Now, was the Bengals defense good last season? Not really. Like, defense did kind of blow some games for the Bengals there towards the end. But when you look at some of the trade destinations that he might go to, Colts, I'm going to rule it out. But Bills, Lions, and Washington, yeah, I really could see him because Bosa just left the Chargers. You get Bosa and Hendrickson on the Bills, that defense just gets that much better. You get Hendrickson on the Lions, that Lions defense just gets that much better with Hutch. And then, like, the fact that the Lions were dealing with injuries where they had, I believe, 22 players on their injury reserve list towards the end of the season. Like, yes, they got blown out by Washington, but, like, there's context to how the Lions lost in the postseason. And one of them being, yeah, when you've got to pick up practice squad guys because the defensive side of the ball is with strung together like second and third stringers because some of your main guys are injured. Like, I think bringing Hendrickson on would definitely improve that defense. And then the last one would be Washington. I think when you want to pick between Buffalo, Washington, and Detroit, I think out of Daniels, Josh Allen, and Jared Goff, I think the best quarterback is Josh Allen. So if you want to look at it from that point of view, I don't know. Money talks, though, because you've heard his contract disputes and you know what he wants. So I think who wants to pay him? Who wants to pay him? And I would say those three would be a good one. Other ones that I'd throw out there, but I don't think he'd do it. He's not going to go to Kansas City. There's no way. There's too much of a rivalry between the Bengals and the Chiefs for him to jump ship and be like, hey, I'm joining these guys. Ravens, maybe. Maybe. But again, divisional rivals. You played for Cincinnati. Now you're jumping over to Baltimore. So that one kind of actually makes sense in a sense of, oh, you don't want to pay me? Okay, I'm going to the rival team, and I'm going to beat your ass every single time we come here. So that one makes sense. But I would say probably the Bills. Bills or the Lions. But that's my thoughts on that. Do I think he stays in Cincinnati, though? Like, if they finally get a contract done, yes. Like, there's parts of me that do think they're going to get a contract done. But we've heard him. He's not playing on the contract that he has now. And does Cincinnati have the money to meet his needs? We don't know now in June, and we're probably not going to know till breaking news per Adam Schefter. Trey Hendrickson has been, like, it's very up in the air. And I think what happens with Hendrickson, I do think will make an impact on how the Bengals perform this season. No shit. Like, I really do. Because he went and got guys in the draft, and, like, we know defense was the weakness. Like, again, you're missing your captain, and he's right there. Like, he's gonna be like the dude, the glue that holds the defense together. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the hell the Bengals do. I don't know.